In this video, we're going to be continuing looking and exploring at Kling AI, looking at its video capabilities, specifically its AI video capabilities. And I'm going to be looking at my 5 favorite animation styles of what it can do, what are the results like, looking at dramatic images, more fun AI sort of produced video images and stuff like that. A lot of people, when they will do AI videos, they will take an image that has probably been generated in Midjourney because it generates a very good quality image, very high quality, and then they'll take that and convert it from image to video. But I think one thing that actually gets overlooked a lot is text to video, because again, you're not only using the AI's capabilities to make that video from, nothing, just from basic text, you're using that AI's interpretation, imagination, whatever you want to use, but also then how it's going to add movement to that, made up image. I'm already on Kling AI. If you don't know what the overview looks like of the website, watch my previous video, the first video in the series, which is looking at the Kling AI website and an overall overview of what it can do. We're using Kling 1.5 up here, which is the latest edition. And we are basically just going to prompt this in. So the first one is a Noir style.
Noir. Noir.
So a mischievous figure walking under a street lamp on a foggy night, rain falling, black and white film style. I'm going to leave it pretty much in the middle here. Negative prompt, we can do morphing, anything like that, ugly, disfigured, there we go. And I have to say, I am very, very impressed with this. This is absolutely really lovely. Here's a lovely image actually. The consistency, look at the light rays coming off, the rain in the background, the consistency of the wall here, and look at the character. From what I can tell, it says a little bit of morphing with the hands a tiny bit as they're going from cloak to cloak, but nothing really bad in the hair going round, the wobbling of the hair, the movement of the hair, the natural bounce of the hair. Again, really, really good. Now, for the next one, we're going to do a bit of a vintage historical sort of style video. An old-fashioned train moving through the countryside at sunset, sepia tones, and gentle motion. So a little bit of gentle motion, maybe a little bit of movement, maybe it'll pan in a little bit, and we'll see. And with this one, I want to give it more creativity actually. So we'll push it down to 0.3, professional mode, and 5 seconds, and maybe just because we can, we'll make it 1:1 ratio. I'm actually going to add onto this prompt, make the style of the video vintage historical. Looking at the image, the movement of the train looks actually really quite realistic. I don't know why it has steam just coming out of the roof of the carriage, and just there, that's a little bit strange. But actually, putting that one aside, if you look at the train at the back, what it has done is it's morphed where the engine at the front would be, I assume, and it's put it halfway in the carriages. So again, those two things are quite weird, but overlooking those two, consistency of the background, no real movement too much, but again, in a wide shot like that, would you really have that? Looking at the wheels, it's moving along. I would say overall a very nice image. I think just that is a little bit the funky, weird, whatever, and I like to see a little bit more movement. But again, I think if you play around with this, overall is the image beautiful looking, the colors as it hit what I want, the consistency as the gentle motion sort of pans in. Yes. So the next one we're going to do now is a futuristic style video of a cityscape, or a city skyline, effectively. A futuristic city with towering skyscrapers and neon lights, flying cars weaving through the air, cinematic sci-fi style. Yeah, there we go. And with this one, we're going to make the relevance more to listen to what I actually want. So we'll put it at 0.7. First thing, doing some weird, funky stuff with I don't know what that's meant to be, a form of a car or something. So even though that is square in the middle of the shot, we just pretend that doesn't exist because that's just a write-off. But the actual buildings, the lights in the buildings, look at the reflection here. I don't know if the light's moving around, but I do love that. Look at the cars on the bottom, or the flying cars on the roads. Really love that. And it's just it's a bit of weird, I don't know, funky flashing or whatever's going on. But then just look at the building here on the back, the glowing, the lights down here for consistency, the road here, the images of the buildings in the background and the distance has a really nice draw distance to it, and it looks pretty realistic actually as well. So again, I'd say it's hit this very, very well. And again, you can go in, put more prompts in, play around with it more, you know, give more direction, but I am very impressed with this. Now for this one, we're going to do a fantasy epic, something that is I'll say futuristic. Fantasy is fantasy, it can be futuristic, prehistoric, anything like that. Fantasy is its own little realm of fun and this and that. And this is the prompt: a glowing sword stuck in a stone in a magical forest, swirling mist and dramatic lighting, fantasy epic style. Now this one, I'm actually going to give it pretty much a lot more creativity, 0.15. So the AI is going to do its magic, be more creative with it. We're going to do this 9:16 because I picture that being nice in the middle of the screen, straight down the middle. And I'm actually not going to add any negative prompt to that. So we're going to leave it as that and just look at it. The consistency of the overall image, panning backwards, coming out, panning back, and it's a beautiful image, I have to say. Look at all the consistency of the smoke around it, the sword, I don't know what they're meant to be, energy flares around the sword or whatever, but it looks really cool. And again, on the background, it's a beautiful image. Like this for me is a fantasy one, maybe my favorite one so far. I think it is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous and consistent, and that's usable however you'd want to use it. Some advertising for part of your project, whatever it may be. This is lovely. And look at the light at the background. Now for this one, we are going to be doing a 3D style, 3D animation, and I'm quite excited to see what we managed to get with this, again specifically with the 1.5 model, because I am still blown away by a lot of the results when I've been playing around with it, practicing for these videos, seeing what I can get, seeing what you can actually generate and how far you can sort of push it. We're going to use a humanoid robot assembling itself in a futuristic lab, glowing lights and detailed machinery, ultra realistic 3D style. So ultra realistic and a 3D style, see what we'll get. I actually quite like the way it's popping itself up. I don't know what it's sort of on the back of a machine there, or something's connected to its legs. A little bit of strange morphing there, but actually again, not looking at that side, look at the leg consistency there, the hands, the arms. I think again looks very, very lovely, very cool. I don't know what the light's coming on in the background behind it, but I think it works, and it looks a little bit computerized. I'd like it a little bit more realistic looking. So there you have it. There are 5 of the coolest animation styles that, in my opinion, really work well with Kling AI, especially with the video generation, and especially with the video generation in its latest model, the 1.5 model. I think for consistency, the camera motion, the camera movement, and the fact you don't have to put in a lot of work to get a very good result. Again, if you want to, you can get the camera movement in the 1.0 version, play around with that, and you still get the option to do professional or standard mode. Again, that would just cost you more in terms of credits if you use the professional mode, but I'd recommend it because the images just look great. I think it is just fantastic. It is great. I love the sword image, and I think overall all of the images were great for all of the different styles. Let me know what you think of the videos. What was your favorite? What have your results been? Let me know in the comments down below. And I really am enjoying these series of videos playing around with Kling, actually getting to focus on a AI video creation tool and get to know it more, see what it can do, see what it can't do, and sort of present it to you with what I find. So again, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. This really helps the channel grow. It helps to push the videos out so more people watch it and hopefully benefit from these videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.